Hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you. How are you doing? Good to have you.
Doing
Hey,
good.
Derek. Good. Glad you made it. Christopher's here. Awesome. And Christy, yay. How are you doing? Good to see everybody. All right. So, real quick, what to expect from today? Hey, Chris. Chris is saying hello from the Caribbean, from the sunny and warm Twin Isle of Trinidad and Tobago. Cool. Awesome. Sounds lovely. All right. So let me just give you guys a quick overview of where we're at for today. And by the way, this is Xperiencify office hours. Welcome, welcome. We have separate office hours for Go Plus. So if you have Go Plus questions, you can join those twice a week because I won't necessarily have all of the answers. Today, I want to spend a quick bit of time looking at the forum. Last week, some of you guys were here last week, and we talked about some questions that came up about the forum and about social points. So here's the deal. I have a couple of things as I was going through the social points and looking at how that all works. I ran into a couple of questions that I still need to get some dev feedback on. And so I'm going to actually hold the social points discussion until next week so that I can make sure I have 100% info for you because it will just make more sense. I will do just kind of a quick going through the forum and some common questions that come up with setting that up and how it all fits together and how it goes in your course and so forth. And then from there, we'll go into other questions that you guys have. I have a question from Derek. We'll do about the pages and the module and training numbers. And let me just check where everybody's at. If you guys, will you go ahead and pop a hand up for me or type in the chat if you have a question or a topic or something, just so I know we want to, uh, as much as possible, get to what you want to do. Okay, cool. Sandy's got stuff. Christopher, great, great. Attaching my privacy policy, cool. Okay, okay. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and start with just doing a forum overview because, again, that came up last week and a lot of people have questions about just how it all works and how to set it up. And then again, we'll do a question about module number and training setup, and then we'll go from there. All right, did I cover it all? Ready to go? Let's jump in and rock and roll. So here is the account section of a course. And if I were to go to my basic menu over here on the left, I'd see that I could access the forum. So I'm going to show you how to set up the forum from an admin point of view. And then, of course, your students will access the forum through their course. So then we'll talk about how your students get to it and what it's like for them. So this is me working as an admin in my admin account, and I could click onto the forum and go into a space that looks something like this, and we'll see a bunch of test posts and random comments. And over here on the left, I've got groups and I've got spaces. And within spaces, we have posts. So the way that the forum is structured is we have a group, and within a group, we could have different spaces. And then within the space is where students will actually say something and post comments. So if I'm going to get started and set things up from scratch, the first thing I'm going to do is I've got a couple of groups set up here already. And if I wanted to, I could click to set up a new group. Oh, that's given me some things that aren't set up yet. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and delete these and just let us start from scratch. And I think it will be a little bit clearer. It's giving me weird stuff again. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, this is giving me something weird, so I'm going to pause for a second and refresh. Here we go. This is what we would expect to see is if we start by hovering over this plus sign, we could create a group. And this group is going to have information about it. The first thing I'm going to do is give it a name. And it's going to ask me, do I want the members list to be public? This just means, will other students be able to see students in it? Yes or no? And here is the really important thing to understand when you're setting up the forum is permissions. Who should be able to see this group? So to understand, there's one forum, and sometimes people think of it like, are we setting up different forums for different courses? There's one forum, and one forum will contain a bunch of groups and spaces. But you as the admin decide who is able to even see this. So if I'm a student and I'm not in group 1 and I don't have permission to see it, when I visit my forum, I won't see group 1. I won't know I'm missing anything. It's just not there for me. So this is why the permissions are important to set up first is we want to decide who is this group for and who do I want to be able to see it. Do I want everyone in all of my courses to interact in this group? Do I want students of just one course to interact? Or do I want students with just one tag to interact? And this lets me group different courses. Maybe I have 3 different courses or 5 different courses, but 3 of them should all be sharing a forum space. So I can create a group and a space that is divided and separated however I want. Does that make sense so far? Let's say I'm going to do it for the students of a course. And I'm just going to set it up with my course, and I'm going to go ahead and create the group. So now I've got a group that's attached to a course. The next thing I need to do is create a space in this group, which is where people actually post. So I'm going to click the plus sign, and I'm going to go through a little bit of a similar process. I'm going to call it whatever I want to call it. And once again, I have flexibility to divide this and separate it and show or not show in a lot of different ways. So again, I could just show it to everybody in group 1, or maybe I want to limit it to people with specific tags. So I can say who can see and access this group. And I also have an option here if I just want to group a place for admins to post. If I just want to do announcements, I could do an admins only space. But most forum spaces will typically be for people to post in and share. So I'm going to see anyone can post. And here is the other really important thing that I want to show you, because this can be a source of confusion if you don't know what's happening here. In your course, you have an option to do comment blocks, right? So you could, if you wanted, underneath every training, set up a comment block, and then everybody who comes in and watches the training could post under the training right inside your course. You have an option if you want to link that directly to a space in the forum. You can do what's called mirror the discussion. So that means that when they post under the training, it's going to show up in this space here. Let's go ahead and do one like that because I want to show you something important about that to be aware of. So I've just created a space that is mirroring a training. And that means for people to post in this space, they would need to do the posts under the training in the course. Is that still making sense? And if they come to this space directly, they're not going to see an option to just post, which can throw people if you don't know why. So that's the reason that if students cannot post directly in a space in the forum, but they have permission to, it's probably because you created it to mirror the course content, or I'm sorry, to mirror the discussion under the course content. And that means that the place they post is under the course content. All good so far? Questions about that? And yeah, I know we have questions about other things, but you have a question about that, Derek? Am I making sense, or do you want to clarify? Or Christy, yeah, go ahead if anything's not clear so far. Yeah.
Sure. I got the world of it. It's good. Could you say a little bit more about, or will you cover this later, about how to do the mirror discussion from one or more trainings in a specific course, like the mechanics of doing that part is, I just don't want to step over this part if I want to get specific in what it means and how I can access this or.
Sure. Yeah. So all you're going to do is you're going to let me go through the options of what this could look like. So again, if you're using this option, then in your actual course, under each training, there's a comment box. If you decide to turn that on under every training. So you have a course that has 5 trainings, and all of the trainings will have a comment box underneath them. So if I go through training 1, I'm the student, I'm like, oh, I want to type a comment about training 1. I put it in the comment box. What I'm deciding right here is, do I want all of that to show up here? Do I only want trainings 1 and 2 to show up here? Or do I want to do it from somewhere totally else and do a discussion from a comment box on a page? To help with this, maybe let me hop over to inside a course. Let's see, what did I mirror it from? Okay, I'm going to do mirror discussion from all training content in course 2. So see, this is the thing right here that I was mentioning. If a student views this space in the forum on its own, they're not going to see an option to just create a post. They're going to see an option to go to the training, because underneath the training is where they would actually post the comment. So maybe to make this a little bit clearer, I'm going to go into course 2 now. And this is something I would have already set up if I was doing the discussion and the community this way. I would go into my my step 4. And in most cases, there's different ways you could do this, but typically I would go to my single training page. So I'm going to edit this page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a comment block, probably right underneath the training would be the most logical place. That moved in a weird way, or underneath the training action. So now, once I save this, when my student views the course, they're going to see this information. They're going to see the training. They're going to do a training action, and then they're going to see an option to do a comment. When they type a comment in, it's going to show up here, and it's also going to show up directly on the forum page. That means that the reason for this, of course, is you can like bring it all together. You can interact with the students saying, here, give me your thoughts right here as you go through each training. But also, I want to have a space where we can kind of look at the whole picture together and go, all right, let's talk about the comments that came up beneath this training and beneath that training. So we've just taken all the different comment sections from underneath each training. We've brought it into one space here. But if I was, again, if I was viewing the forum as a student and I wanted to contribute to this conversation in some way, I would do it by going to the training and putting the comment under there.
Well, can people like there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you can only like, but you can't comment. It,
You can actually, I believe you can comment. I'm sorry if I think I said that not clearly. I believe you can comment. You just can't create a brand new post because the
okay,
brand new post would come from there.
okay. So yeah,
So
I was
go
trying to
ahead,
figure out
Christy.
like
Yeah.
what is the benefit of, I guess, I mean, I've got it set up that people just go straight to the the space
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
enter a comment. So I'm wondering, like, it sounds confusing to, I guess you just want to collect people's information like right
Yeah.
after, like while it's fresh in their mind and they're hitting those XP points and then just enter, you've created the statement, or in my case, like, right, you've written a statement. Now, what is that statement? And then that gets, otherwise, like right now I'm telling them, go to this link, post your statement. And that way
Yeah.
everybody can like and comment there
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and add GIFs and all that. But
You're absolutely right. And Christy, I don't know that there's really you're right. It could be like more immediate under the training. I don't know that it's a huge benefit. Honestly, the comments forum was created first. Like the commenting feature was created years ago as a way for students to interact. And then the forum was created and it's quite a bit more robust and you can do more with it. So there's not really a why it's better either way necessarily, but in many cases, it will just make sense to go straight to the forum. You're right. It just comes down to it's very flexible for however you want to um, where you want them to show up, and again, who you want to see what where. Does that make sense? Does that help?
mhm.
Cool. Any other questions about this? Oh, go ahead, Christy.
Yeah, I did have a question about so as far as permissions,
Mm-hmm.
um, can you set permit so I have a group that I want to give permissions for, what is it? Publicly. Who should be able to see this? Everybody. So I guess that's right.
Yeah, permissions
Mm.
is just who is the space for is really the question. Who do you want to participate here?
Yeah. I thought the permission was at the group level, but you're saying it's at the
It's
space
at
level?
both. It's at both because again, there are so many ways that people want to divide and get real
Okay.
specific about who is and isn't invited. So you actually can set them up at both.
Okay. Yep. I
Does that
see that.
help?
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
Awesome. So, again, create the group, create the space, decide what the space is for and whether it is mirroring a discussion or not. If it's not mirroring a discussion, then your students will see this option to post. And I think most of it from there is pretty self-explanatory, and they'll post and comment and like each other's things. And once again, I'll come back next week with more information about how the social points work, because basically we have this other section, this other category of social points, which is a different thing because it's just a separate thing. It's not like, did you finish the course and do all the training? It has to do with rewarding students for interacting and participating and things like that. Cool. So with all that, and there's probably much more, but I'm going to switch over to a totally separate question, which was about having the module number and training number show up on the course pages. And Derek, feel free to come off mute and share if you want to clarify anything as I'm doing this. But basically the question was, you want, when the student goes through the training, you want the module number and the training number to appear on top of the page. Pretty basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into step 4 here. And the place that students view each training is on the single training page. There's an all trainings page that would show like an overview of all their trainings, but single training is always where they will view the actual video. That doesn't change. And by the way, that's the case for regular trainings and also for bonus trainings. They will all use the single training template page. So this is what my student will actually see, but of course, looking slightly different when they're going through and viewing each training. So by default in this page, I have a block with a space that will automatically populate each training video. And by default, I've got some text here. And I've got a block that will allow students to download worksheets or PDFs or anything like this. Like any page, I could delete and edit blocks, and I'll just suggest being very mindful about deleting anything from this page. The most common example is people just delete this block because they don't know what it is, and then there's no way for the PDF downloads to appear for the student. So just heads up, you probably don't need to delete anything from this page, because if you're not using it, it won't even show up. So if you have no downloads, this isn't going to be looking silly. It just won't even be there. So with that little disclaimer, we're going to go ahead and edit this content block. And to do that, I'm going to click Edit Content here. And I'm going to open column 1. And you can see here I've got all of these elements. I've got a small bit of text right here. That's the module name. I've got the headline, which is the training name. And every time I see something in these brackets, that means that it is a token that's going to automatically populate information from each individual specific training. So this one right here would say Module 1, Training 1, when they are on Module 1, Training 1, and so forth. If I want to add in module number or training number, all I'm going to do is add in tokens for that. on this page. So to do that, I could go to, let's say, the headline. It's a little bit, I'm going to use this one just because it's a little bigger, easier to see. And here in the text field, I'm going to add whatever text I want to appear. If I want to add tokens, what I'm going to do is hit my / key, which is going to pull up a menu. And I'm going to scroll down to tokens, section tokens. And I'm going to look for training number. And it would probably make more sense to have these reversed, right? So I'll probably do it like that. Make sure I have a space in between. And if I wanted the module number, I would do the same thing. Just hit the / key. Add my module number, add a space. And now this one will say module 1, getting started, training 1, hitting the gas, and here's the video. Is that making sense, Derek?
Yes, very much so. I just needed that access to the / I use that for like putting in emojis, but I didn't know it was there because I was confused. Like, where do I find a token in this? So yeah, super simple. I can do that. I think I've unfortunately deleted. I did the dumb thing and deleted that block.
All good. Yeah.
Might I be able to share my screen, and could you walk me through that?
Yeah,
How to
sure.
put that back on?
Sure. And you'll find it. I'll just show you, and then we
Yeah, great.
can look at share. So you're going to go to the videos page, and you're going to grab a video block like this. And just notice this text is going to look, you're just going to need to edit it. It's going to look weird, but you'll edit it the same way by just going edit content and opening column 1. And then this first piece of text is some text goes here. We want that to say module 1 train or, and the module name. So I'm going to pull up those tokens.
Super.
Make sense?
It does.
So that's where it is. Do you want to show me anything on your end, or is that feel clear?
I think that's clear. Let me try to do it with my hands and
Sure.
put that block back on
Sure.
and see if I can do it. And if I can't, I'll grab you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that right now.
Yeah.
Could I
And
show
somebody else.
an example that
Yeah.
relates to that I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let me just send a request to share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share my student account, which is under a different browser.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. So I've got this bonus training, Smash Your Backlog. And instead of saying bonus 1, bonus 1, bonus 1, bonus 1, bonus 1, can it say, because I'm eventually going to have like 20 bonuses and they're all going to be short courses with multiple trainings. How do I change this bonus 1, bonus 1 within this bonus to training 1, training 2, training 3? Because there's
Absolutely.
6
Yeah.
short trainings. Okay, so I'll go back
So this
to
is,
my,
sorry, I believe this is your all bonuses page. Is that right?
yeah, it
Okay,
should be.
Great.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in your step 4.
Okay,
gonna-
so let me get back to my account. I'm going to drag this over here. I try to do it in 2 separate browsers so I don't mess up with my
It's very
test
smart.
account.
That is a very smart thing to do.
Okay, so there's my pages, and I want to go to,
So
is it the,
I believe that's your all bonuses page, and the answer to where to do it is what page that was that we were looking at, but probably that is the all bonuses page. If it's not, let's look at your all bonuses page and we'll see what's happening here.
Okay. So Should I
So if you
edit this
click
content?
edit content, and I can
Uh-huh.
show you what to do, and you could do this on any
Okay.
page. So right now,
It
yeah,
says
so right now
bonus,
you have
bonus number.
bonus one. Yeah.
Pre.
So
So wait, how do I know that this bonus one is pre-title right here?
the green is the pre-title.
Okay, there. So green. Okay. So instead of this being bonus and bonus number, it's going to be training, right?
Mm-hmm. Right there,
So
you
I'm
could
just
say
going to type
training.
training,
Yep.
and then instead of bonus number, I'm going to delete this, right?
Tell me what you want to have instead
Well,
of
I
bonus
want to
number.
have it to show the training number, right? Because there's 6 trainings in that one bonus. So it's going to be
Okay,
training instead of bonus number.
got it. Got it.
Is there a training number available within the bonus page?
Okay,
That's what
got
I'm
it. So you want this page to show, you know what, I can look this up, or I need
I
to look
can
at this to wrap my head around what we're doing, but we can do it on yours. Yeah. Hit tokens, and we're looking for bonus training.
bonus number.
So
Oh, so it doesn't even offer the
so
training number.
bonus training is different. Yeah.
Ah, darn.
Yeah.
So that's really weird how it would do that.
So, okay, is it okay if I go back to my screen and
Yeah, yeah,
look at
yeah.
this with you from there?
Okay.
And we will
It just doesn't
try to
seem
sort
right
it
that it would just
together.
say if there's 6 trainings in bonus number one, um, yeah, I'm just
Keep
kind of,
going, keep going.
yeah, because like I'm gonna have like 20 courses, bonuses, right? They're just short little courses and they're all bonuses, but each of them have multiple trainings, similar to, if you have a module and a
Perfect.
training,
That's great.
right?
That works. That's how it's actually,
hmm
yeah, set up to
So,
work. So, what I want to do here is I want to see what happens if we go to our all bonuses page. I actually don't have any bonus content, so this is not going to be a great
hmm
example. So I'm going to add some.
So see, it says add new training, right? So,
Absolutely. Bonuses are intended to have trainings. Like the way you're describing
right.
it is
hmm
exactly how it works. So you're all good there. I'm going to do two of them just to make it more clear to see what we're talking about. All right. So now that I've got a couple of bonus trainings, I'm going to go to, hey Diane, gonna go
Hi.
to my
All,
to
all bonuses?
my all bonuses page. So I've automatically got my bonuses set up here. And typically, like the way it's designed to work is to show the bonuses, and then the student would click into them, and then that would show the bonus trainings. But if I'm hearing you right, you want to show the bonus trainings like directly on this page, or no? You want to have a page
Well,
with all
that's
bonuses.
right. So I understand this, the all bonuses, where I'm going to have 20 bonuses, and it makes sense to say bonus one, bonus two, and count up to 20 or whatever. So
Mhm.
maybe I did it wrong, because when you go into bonus number one, every single training says bonus one, bonus one, bonus one, where it
Okay,
seems
so
like,
we just need to look at whatever page you are looking at and
right.
edit this pretext right here, just like you did on the previous page.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever page that was, and it could have been any page in your course because you can put a training block of content anywhere. So um, it might have been, I have a hunch it might have been your single bonus page.
Okay, I'll go check that.
So here, let me just show you real quick how if we edited this block right here, we have and this is going to be one piece of your answer when you're figuring everything out and setting it up. I can decide exactly what goes in every single content block. So right now, I have this content block set to show this bonus trainings only. That means that when my student lands on bonus one, so I think
Mm-hmm.
that this does track with what you're trying to do, I believe is um, exactly how it's set up to work. When a student lands on bonus one, they are going to see all the trainings in bonus one because right now that's what I have set up. Does that make sense?
So it's interesting. It says bonus one, two, three, four, you know, in the sample here.
And that
Because
is
you've,
entirely dependent on what I
oh,
have in the text field here. So right now I have it set to say bonus number. Let's see
okay.
if there's a bonus training option. What I could do is show specific bonus trainings only. And then I could select some or all. And then once again, whatever this says right here is going to be 100% determined by what I have in the
Mm-hmm.
text fields here.
And see right there, it says bonus, bonus number, dash, training, training number.
I'm sorry, where are you? What are you
In
looking
the
at?
left-hand side where it says pre-title, see where it shows both
Mm-hmm.
now?
Mm-hmm.
Bonus, bonus number, and then training, training number.
Yes, great.
Mm.
So, so you should be able to do the training number here and have that automatically populate the training number for the specific bonus trainings
Okay,
because
so I
that's
need to
what this page is.
okay, so the page as I go back to the single training or all bonuses to change those specific bonus trainings only.
Well, we want to go back to whatever page you were showing me because I don't necessarily know what page that was.
I don't either.
Okay, so we would need to look at your
Yeah,
course, but basically, right
okay.
now we're on the single bonus page, and so
Hmm.
you can do what we just did on your single bonus page.
Okay, I will try that. Very good.
Okay, want to try that? See how that goes? I
Yep,
will
yep.
go ahead
Hmm.
and hop over to Christopher's question, and you can keep me posted.
Okay.
All right, Christopher, how's it going?
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Doing really well, thank
I
you.
can see. Okay. So, um, as I probably a bit messy there. So I did a webinar last week.
Mm-hmm.
Actually two, one on Thursday and then on Sunday. The Thursday, and I'm just experimenting with one WhatsApp group. Oh, there I am.
Cool.
So I got 25 persons to register for the Thursday event. But I was more active. I was calling up people and like behind other persons to share the link and things like that. And but 13 people showed up, and like nobody bought. Then I retitled the training as Earn Your First 100 Online. I got a couple like way less signups, and then I push that again, same title, and no one showed up. So just I'm just going through the trial and error. Um, so I'm proud of myself that now at least I got a webinar working, and people
That's
are signing
awesome.
up. This is really amazing. I quit my job to learn this stuff, and so I'm very proud of where I've reached with this. I'm very thankful to you guys, Xperiencify and LYM team. But so yeah, so what's my next step from here? I actually did it again. So I'm going for round four. So far three persons sign up. I renamed it again. Just what it is, no more. I'm trying to be tricky or a bit use of words there, but then I just call it what it is, online course training.
Got
Uh,
it. Okay. So
yeah,
so you're so basically you have a marketing question of what to do next for
yeah,
moving
yeah.
yourself forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Got it.
I'm really excited because I put it on the whenever somebody signs up, I get an email that someone just signed up there, and I can't wait to add a money.
Ciao. Thanks, Derek. Sorry, go ahead, Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I
Okay, let me go ahead and jump in here. So that is
yeah,
awesome. First of all, huge congratulations on all of the, yeah, seriously. Like round of applause. Awesome work. Like we know it's going through these steps and taking all of these things one at a time, and you did it and you met every single challenge and put all this out there. So that is fantastic. As far as what to do next, how do I get more traffic and paying customers? No, leave, or are you saying, or leave it as is? I mean, here's the thing. This is a big question, and I'd love to do a couple of things. Maybe open up in like the chat and the comments if people on board right now, because we have an incredible community as a resource here of people who have gone and are going through this process. So I would love to just like open up in the chat if anybody has advice, suggestions, thoughts that maybe they want to chime in with. And if you haven't already, I would also totally bring this question to the Facebook group and discuss with everybody. Um, and I mean, maybe we can take like just a very brief bit of time to have people throw out suggestions or brainstorm a bit. But honestly, like the question of what's next for your marketing strategy is really kind of a bigger question than we can do justice to for you, because there are so many pieces and moving parts and what's happening um, with your specific course and community and all of that. So with that in mind, I don't know if anyone either wants to chat. Oh, and Sandy, you figured it out? Did you do it? Awesome. Great job. Um, if anyone wants to either type into the chat or just hop on the mic briefly and share any ideas, thoughts, brainstorms quickly for what Christopher might. Diane saying, wait till after and follow up. Okay. Oh, Diane was asking about, I think you were asking about getting set up with XP. Is that right, Diane? Yeah. Email support too, and do that very quickly. So let me check in. Anybody here want to throw out any words of wisdom, encouragement, 3 cheers?
I'll just say something about marketing, not being a marketing person, and something that Marisa constantly was saying is that you just have to talk to people. Talk to people that know you, talk to people that know people that you want to talk to. And especially when you're starting out, it's very hard to list build, do the informational webinars, and have the system in place where you have a salesperson where their full-time job is right is doing sales, but then you got to have that marketing piece to get your brand out there. It's a very, very complex thing with lots of moving parts. And I agree so much with Marisa when she talks about when you're just starting out, you have to focus on conversations. And the thing that stuck in my mind that she said was that 80% of the people that are going to buy your product, they already know you and they've already purchased from you or had some kind of interaction with you before. So you need to go to that well first, go to that source first, because it's not easy growing, unless you can figure out the viral situation. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's really, really good and right on,
Yeah.
Sandy. I think, yeah,
Well,
that
just
is
to give you an example, like the person that I'm working with, I said, you have to give me the name of 3 people that you know that have bought from you before and they know what you're doing and we're doing something in a different way so that I can have these conversations. And all it took was one conversation and we got 6 enrollments
that's
from this
awesome.
agency because they had already experienced something before. Um,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I think that's everything is starting with talking to people who you already know, who is already in your world, who is kind of interested or might be. And at the same time, let's notice that you had 25 people register and 13 show up for your thing. Congratulations. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That is really cool. So that's not nothing. Like there's something here that they were interested in. Um, are you talking to them or communicating with these people at all?
That's the thing. So the 13 that showed up, then I go into WhatsApp and I individually message them, did you, because I wasn't sure how to take role of who attended or not.
Okay, okay,
Um,
yeah.
so
I'm gonna suggest your next step to kind of
yeah,
give like a brief general thing to a bigger question is your next step is more information from the people who are interested
right.
about what they want and why they devoted an hour of their week or whatever to come in. Like they want something. What is that? What do they need? What is drawing them? Like that's where your gold is, along with what Sandy was saying about kind of deepening into the people you already know and talking. It's all about talking to people, I think. It's all about like what do they want and what do they need? And in this case, why are they interested? That's fantastic. They want something. They see you as a person who can do it. So I would say that's your next step is find out what that is and what's happening.
Okay, cool.
That feel helpful?
Yeah,
Point
definitely.
you somewhere.
So because I used to do the calls and but I like the fact that you can just post a link
Hmm.
and your people just sign up. That is really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so definitely I'll probably look at using a combination of the Chatterbox and
Hmm.
and more webinars.
Perfect. Perfect. And get that info about what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Awesome work, Christopher. Great stuff. I saw that Christy had asked about terms and conditions, right? Or no,
Policy.
privacy policy.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I went to the order form because I was thinking terms and conditions, but can you say more, Christy? What are you looking?
Sure. So I on one of my pages, I don't remember what it was on my footer. Um, yeah, at the footer of my homepage, I've
Mm-hmm,
got website terms and conditions and privacy policy.
mm-hmm.
And so um, I added a privacy policy, I thought correctly, as a page, as a new page, but now I can't find it, or I can't seem to connect it in the boxes. Do you want me to share my screen? Or
We can do that, absolutely.
go down
And I
at the
can also
bottom?
just show you kind of a couple of basic orienting around where things are. Okay,
Right.
so we're talking about this block, right?
Yep.
So we're
Yep.
editing that block.
Yep.
And if we look inside this block, we would see all of these links that are going to basically wherever we are sending them to.
Right. So the privacy policy is going to an internal page. And then I have a pull down menu for the destination, the links to,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I added a privacy page, custom page. Oh, there it is.
Found it? Awesome.
It wasn't there before my call.
I completely believe you. I completely believe you.
It takes a
That's
while,
how
I
it
guess.
works.
Yeah, which I'm always like, where is it? All right.
100%. Cool. Did we solve that one? That was
I
quick.
got it.
You
Thank
think
you.
so? All right. Let me check the chat. Okay, I think Diane hopped off. Sandy's thing is sorted. All right. Cool. I think we've got what we were at so far. A couple minutes left. Um, other questions? Any last thoughts?
I just want to confirm, um, because I have like multiple domains and um, potentially different clients that will want different courses. Like I work in the insurance space.
Right, right, right.
And so I have Xperiencify, um, and I'm reluctant to set up my email with my Xperiencify because it's only at the account level, right? So if I develop another course for another client, um, right? Uh, you can't.
Can you say a little more? What is the concern? What's
Well, like
the
the
hesitation?
email from. So right now I just have it the default to Xperiencify. So nobody in a course can reply to any of the auto emails that come out from the course
Okay,
unless I turn on and then
right.
add my email. But if I do that, but let's say if I develop a course, so right now I did the virtual ultimate account manager school. Well, what if I want to develop a little expiring mini course for Talent Bear? And I don't want it to come from ultimate account manager, the email that I would set up for my account.
So I would just set up an email that's a little bit more of a neutral name that
Yeah. That's what
um
I did is I named the school Insurance School because I think everything that I'm going to be related to is going to be insurance. So
perfect.
maybe
Yeah,
that'll just take care of it. And then I have Go Plus, so that's where I'm doing all the websites and landing pages and funnels and things like that. So
perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I would just
I
yeah,
just wanted
create
to
an email.
confirm that because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would be nice if, it kind of modeled after Go Plus, where, and maybe that's a future thing in the development where, um, you could have courses with different domains, right?
It's not, because that's why, like, Go Plus is the answer to that,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go
So it's
Plus is where you do your marketing and branding and all of that. I
yeah,
understand that. So,
yeah.
okay. Thank
But
you.
yeah, I would do an email if they're all about in the insurance world, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
Insurance
would
school
be
makes sense because it's a
totally.
course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Awesome. Awesome. All right. We are wrapping up. Same networking event twice and got 2 batches of emails, one for each time of all attendees. Nurture these lists. And again, yeah, I would bring this question to Facebook for input from all your peers. Everybody is, I think,
right.
exploring the same questions. Set up the
Yeah.
badges. I'll show you real quick. Yeah.
I was thinking like if you were in Marisa's Experience Product Masterclass, or if you join her Success School or anything else, if you just model what she's doing, you know what I mean? I'm like saving every email and saving because I know she's automated. She's figured it out, right? She had to because she's like at that billion plus level or whatever. But because I haven't had any calls, right, from Live Your Message Live or anything like that, but there's a lot of funnels that I'm in.
No
And
jokes, Sandy.
I'm doing lots of stuff with Marisa. And so if you just kind of, could copy that for your
It's true. Like
business.
watching what people are doing, yeah, is and
Yeah,
what she's doing. She's staying in touch. She's letting you know what she's got,
yeah,
and she's following up and reminding you. And yeah,
right, right.
awesome.
And then Justine was
Justine,
saying,
I'm on
yeah,
the account page here, and I'm just going to click to my badges tab, and then I can just go ahead and create a badge right here. 100 points. I want it to be a different color. And there it is. That's it.
Right. Thank you so much.
Pretty
I
simple,
think
right?
you can add
I
little
keep on
emojis
looking
and
on it.
stuff.
You can add, yeah, you can.
You can add little emojis and things like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
That's perfect.
But
But how
yeah.
can we assign it to that course? For example, we set up that badge.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So like, so for example, if someone was going to get a badge after they earned
Visit.
100
Yeah,
points, you could
yeah.
go into step 5 and just create an automation. And I'll show you super quick. We would go into step 5, the experience engine, and we would create an automation like this. I would go create new, create from scratch. What's going to start this thing happening
I
is
saw a
going to
badge.
be
Oh, earn
100
points.
points. And
Nice.
what do I want to happen when somebody earns 100 points is the action of add a badge, the pretty one. So now once I turn these on, and I'm going to name my experience something that makes sense to me to help me track everything. So now when the user earns 100 points, they will get a badge. And
Now,
I have
does their
all these
badge
on.
appear on their profile somewhere?
It appears like in the forum and when they comment and stuff like that, when they interact.
Okay.
That's really useful. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you all. If you want to hop on next week, I will bring back more info about the social points, We will get into that, figure that piece out. And thank you guys for bringing all the stuff. Awesome, awesome stuff. Yay. Keep me posted on how it goes. And I will see you next time. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.